Hi Jim, it's a 1-1 draw up in Inverness. How do you reflect on the result and the performance today?
Yeah, I think it was a very difficult venue. Anyone who doesn't know Inverness, is the pitch is right on the water's edge. So when it's blustery, it's very difficult conditions, and that was the case today. But we didn't really adapt to the conditions or to Inverness shape in the first half. They controlled the game. It was under a lot of pressure. We really couldn't get up the pitch too often. And really, other than last ditch defending, kept us rolling at 1-0. I was actually relatively pleased at 1-0 at half time. But in the second half, we changed our shape a little bit. We managed to get on the front foot in pretty much the full 45 minutes, on a few counter attacks. I thought we dominated it, and I suppose if you finish strong, you're always a little bit frustrated. You don't get all 3 points, but I think in the balance of play over 90 minutes, I think a draw was a fair result, and I think it's a decent result up here.
So you'd say a fair result then? I mean, you did have a couple of chances. There's Bob McHugh and Robert Thompson double chance as well. You're not going away maybe disappointing not having nicked the 3 points?
We're a tad frustrated because you get those chances, but as I said, I think if you look at it on balance of the 90 minutes, we could have been, a couple of goals down at half time, and that would have made it very difficult to get on the game. But we managed, as I said, to stay in the game, and that's always important. You're not at your best, stay in the game, regroup, and we managed to do that. As I said, and we managed to be much more of a threat in the second half. We had shots, they had blocks. We put pressure on their defenders. We asked questions of them, and from that point of view, as I said, it's not a bad result. You come all the way up here against a side who were in the Premiership last year, remember, and come out with a point. Then you've got to be relatively pleased.
Did you have a lot to say at half time? Obviously, there was a big change from the first half to the second half of the team. Do you have a lot to say to them at half time?
Yeah.
And that's it, that stays in the dressing room?
That's as much as I'll be saying on that. No, of course, I mean, we weren't happy with it, but we responded, and that's the most important thing, is a manager looking for a response from your players, and we got that. We got a determined commitment, committee performance in the second half, and we played some decent football at times as well. So we're happy about that, but we've got to understand that the opposition won't always let you off the hook, and you might not get that chance again. But as I've said before, come up here before the game and someone says you take a point, go back down the road, then you wouldn't have been too unhappy about it.
Great header from Robert Thompson for the equaliser as well.
Yeah, we put a bit of pressure on the box, and Ricky done well retrieving it and just put it back in the mixer, and Tomo gets in front of his marker. He's a little flick header and it goes into the back post. So no, delighted for Tomo. We put in a shift today. Again, we started him wide, we moved him through to the centre because we couldn't get hold of the ball with the wind, and then we moved him back out again. So no, I'm absolutely delighted for Tomo. He's a terrific lad, and a goal always helps confidence.
Obviously Inverness went down to 10 men, but it was very late in the game. There wasn't really time to make that extra man count at that point.
I think it was the last minute really. We were only 2 or 3 minutes injury time, and obviously with that time they're just going to sit in and protect it. And we had a couple of shots where it got blocked, but there wasn't really enough time to impact the game a bit.
I think you mentioned it's a good result up here. Historically, Morton have never really done well at this stadium. There's been 1 draw in like 8 games and a lot of heavy defeats, so you must take away from this. It's a positive result.
I think that puts things into perspective a little bit, Jonathan. I mean, you'll know these things. I don't really look at them. I just look at today's game and going forward. And as I said, and we got a really positive response in the second half from the players. As I said, I'm not absolutely thrilled by a point, but I'm certainly delighted we get back with something.
Excellent, Jim. Thanks very much for your time. Well done today.
Thank you.